We're on air. Salvador to all Astorians, Humi, and internationals alike that are tuning into this very first broadcast of our show, Blueberry.
I'm Pinkho. You see, we each said our respective slur. There will be no cancellations on our very first broadcast.
Ain't that right? So, my name is Acritius Invictus, Senator and Imperator Regent.
And I'm Akihiro Tsumikami, also fellow senator and former Humi Prime Minister.
All right, all right. So, this is, of course, meant to be a news broadcast in its core, though many other elements or features or segments may be thrown in for your entertainment, dear listeners.
And of course, we'll try to keep the nudity to a minimum. You know how accurate can get. As we have underage viewers tuning in, we're looking at you, Ramjet.
We goddamn are. Going past that, let us announce the topics of the day. This week at Astoria, I've had a prominent health crisis, a new sewage system, a few stories from certain individuals who've gone above and beyond. Lastly, some news from the faraway vassals of Envia, the new common council election, and a brand new vassal is being talked about all the way up in North Talassi.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. And don't forget, the National Bank
Too much
is.
news. Too much news. Too much news. That's it's okay. It's okay. So let us get
Too
to our
much
first.
news.
It's too much. It's you're gonna overload it. It's too much. We don't have the runtime. Okay. Okay.
Oof.
So let us get to our first news, brought to you by the gross negligence of the Kumi government. Tell us more
Hey,
about it, Sumi.
since when do you call me Sumi?
Since now.
Anyways, all right. Our first news story here. On the 27th of June, health officials from the Humi shogunate reported a new seasonal flu near Harukawa Bay in the south coast of Sundatano. And for the ignorant Astorians listening to today, that is just south of Epitacria. According to one of the nation's news outlets, the Haikato Herald, around 30 patients have been admitted to the hospitals in the surrounding towns due to an unusual respiratory illness. According to the hospitals, According to the hospitals in the area, the patients were diagnosed with high fevers, persistent coughs, and pneumonia like symptoms. Very interesting.
So the Akashirans are forgetting how to breathe, is what we're
Yeah, pretty
getting to
much,
here.
unfortunately.
It really is a horrible element. Oh well. So to read further, I suppose, the Federal Health Department and the State Government Health Department have issued a joint statement claiming that there is no reason for public concern currently. Believe them, why not? As the situation is an active medical investigation rather than a public health emergency. However, local medical experts have urged citizens to maintain good hygiene. Didn't know that was a problem. But
Hey, no problem. We have B days in the Humi Shogunate. Maybe historians haven't heard of that. We're
ever heard
dirty.
of washing your hands? Uh, uh, so remain home if ill and seek medical advice if the symptoms become severe. The Humi government is expected to release an updated statement next week. Uh, we should probably expect
Yeah,
this to somewhat expand into other provinces.
I
Uh,
mean, we hope not.
we do hope not, but it should be
Yeah.
like a slight outbreak and it should settle down pretty quick. So,
I'm sure my son Takumi and his government have got this under control. There should be no panic, dear viewers, dear listeners, rather. It's a broadcast.
it is. Thank you for clearing that up. I think some people might have been
Yes.
confused.
Yeah,
Uh,
thank goodness.
so, well, moving on. This segment actually very organically segues into our next news about a new sewer under Epitacria. In the past week, there is this new project going on, this new underground project of the Epitacrian sewers. The sewers are meant to replicate one of the architectural wonders of Old Astoria that still exists below Old Spartica, but is currently in ruin. The design is also identical to that of the older version, and it's kind of aiming to bring back the air of old Astoria and nostalgia for our ancient times.
Very nice.
One Johnny Boy Gallus Invictus, also known as the father of Astoria and the founder of the nation.
Yeah,
Uh,
shout out Johnny Boy.
Shout out Johnny Boy! Shout out the founder of the nation.
We
Uh,
love you.
yeah, how to note? It feels like I'm back in Spartica. End quote. In the very first moments of his visit. Uh,
So emotional.
Yeah, so in regards to the plans of expansion, could you tell us more?
Of course. Well, the already vast network of tunnels is rapidly expanding into neighboring claims and is rumored to have blueprints for further construction to more faraway claims through the wilderness. Pictures were released by Senator Cormanus of Valeris, and they seem to indicate a possible expansion even into the North provinces. And we have a very nice picture, which I know you listeners can't see, of an anonymous individual who reached out to our newsletter and delivered a half burned, ripped letter containing this image. Very intriguing. What do you have to say about that, Acrisius?
Uh, Probably means nothing. Doesn't mean much. Yeah, just people
Sure,
going down in
nothing.
the sewers, getting involved in some accidents. There is some nasty rumors lately, in regards to what is going down in the sewers, but I would pretty much write them off. Wouldn't have to say much about them. Uh,
Yeah, I'm sorry there's nothing bad going on down there. And definitely would not recommend exploring. I just think,
yeah,
let's keep
I mean,
clear.
it is a site under construction. It is a very dangerous place to be.
Yeah, you
Uh,
don't want to stumble on anything unfortunate. Let's put it that way.
and public services can't really make it there. So, anyways, enough of that. I think it's pretty safe to move on to the new council shenanigans. We actually have
Mm,
a lot to talk about in regards to the Common Council. Well, first and foremost, we have the recent controversy on the Common Council. In the wake of Dracus Imperatio to Communtus's absence, the appointed regent, Johnny Boy Invictus, has kind of made a critical error. Not sure if it was by choice or just by simple mistake. But when publishing the Google form meant to serve as the voting bill, um, he did not make it so it would be in the form of ranked voting. It was actually just simple first past the post voting system,
mm,
which actually enraged or ticked off a lot of citizens um, and aspiring common councillors.
mm. So dramatic.
Indeed.
Yeah. Well, this has caused quite some stir, as Acria said, with the candidates. And in the wake of Imperatio Tuo Communis' return, he's initiated talks for a rerun. If the election is to repeat, it is almost certain we can expect very different results due to the massive difference in between the two systems employed.
So essentially, as this broadcast is being recorded, we are actually having a rerun of the elections. Like that has been decided and announced. Um, so we are bound to see very different results for this iteration of the Common Council.
Mm.
Uh, Now, on top of that, we've had some new reshufflings when it comes to political parties and
Yes, we have.
yeah, and majorities in the Common Council. Could you tell us more?
Of course. Well, this new election, although it has created some controversies, is presenting the Asturian political scene with some new faces and affiliations. So, the newest political party in the nation, let me pronounce this correctly, I'll try my best, the Judiciarium Populi, has been receiving some attention as it broke the polarization between the Republican reformists and the FIA conservatives. Well, it seems that this new political party stands for a self reliant Astoria, a federal banking system, a strong military presence in the nation, more cultural incentives to a national and local degree, and for more decentralized government. Well, their current and only candidate, Titus Dux, has stated on his pamphlet that the Judiciarium Populi is here for the common working Astorian. I don't know how much we believe that. That's up for your own judgment, listeners. While also claiming that the richer the people, the richer the nation, showing what he and the party is going to stand for.
All right. I mean, I will be honest. Like for myself, I really don't care much about what the party stands for. For me, I'm just really happy to see other parties being involved into the political game. This whole
Yeah.
of two-party system that we devolved to in the Common Council, it was really not to my liking, and I'm just glad to see other players. And of course, the fact that their ideals are really in line with Astorian tradition, and a lot of what these civilians want to see happen is a
Mm.
very nice added benefit. Um, so although this party has been on the rise, Respublica might be facing some issues that may be directly or indirectly related. Based on the last election, the Reformist Party is set to either be a minority or not get any seats in this new term.
Wow.
Yeah, this is an extreme like fall off for Respublica, who is in some disrepair. I think its founding members are really kind of moving away from it, especially after the death of Josaphat Ankipor.
Yeah.
It has
Tragic.
really hit hard. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
So um, this kind of leaves the responsibility and the entire weight of it on Osko Ankibar and Nubi Bond. Um,
Shout out newbie.
yeah, shout out Nubi, our favorite Nubi, who also has his own segment, which we're gonna get into very
Yeah, that's
shortly.
true.
Um, and not sure if Penguin is actively involved in the maintenance of the party anymore, but I
Mm.
suppose it all remains to be seen. But right now it
Yeah.
is on a downward trajectory. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I believe this is a great segue into our next section of this broadcast, which is the shout out of the week. Would you like to tell
Damn.
us more?
Damn. We had a lot of good segues, bro. Like, this is a good first
We're
broadcast, man.
flowing.
This is, well, yeah, yeah.
Insane.
We're ruling this shit. All right. So yeah. I mean, you can tell us more about it. Just go ahead.
Yeah, so Newbie here is preparing an up and coming operation in, well, it says here New Ursha, but it's now called Novum Ursha. Is that correct?
Ooh,
Novum
yeah, it
Ursha?
is. It is. That change has been
Yeah.
pushed up for quite a bit, and finally it's
Mm.
happening.
Yeah, it's good to see, good to hear. Well, anyways, Newbie here is creating this operation to provide most kinds of food to the Astorian populace. Very, very noble. Well, the plant will be semi-automatic and will also include chicken, beef, and cake production. Yum yum, on top of the vegetable farms that Newbie has in place. And this is great news for Astoria. Well done, Newbie. Really, really valiant efforts here. Putting food on the plates of starving Astorians, and yeah, very, very good. Very
It's
proud
good
of you,
stuff.
newbie.
Really, really nice to see just historian citizens doing more that benefits themselves and by virtue of that the nation. Just having more production here, more self-sufficiency, all of that is just great to see.
Yeah. Well, besides the good news, however, a birdie has whispered to me there may be more to the new sewers than it seems. Well, sources keep claiming meetings of some sort of society are happening there. People who enter the sewers willingly or by accident have increasingly high rate of disappearance or sudden death. How interesting.
I haven't heard anything about that. Yeah, I don't know.
I
I
mean, yeah, me neither. This is the first time I'm hearing of this.
th-
I don't
this
even
is
know.
literally
Right.
crazy,
Yeah.
crazy talk, bro. This is tinfoil hat. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
the sewers are dangerous, guys. Don't go down to the sewers. It's an active construction house site is where we house all the homeless and the sick,
Yeah.
and the orphans. The orphans being especially dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what kind of hallucinogenics they have going on down here. They're probably, seeing some stuff which isn't real, some people in cloaks or whatever nonsense. I would kind of disregard this, take it with a bit of a grain of salt, as they say.
Yeah. So I'd say like enough of this lesser kind of gossipy columns. Let's get to some more serious stuff.
Yeah,
So
move on, honestly.
about the leadership change in the Builders Guild. The previous Konstrumai, which, by the way, I have to say has been an excellent Konstrumai, Cormanus of Valrus, he has done
Very, very well done.
great work while on the post and produced a lot of builds and a lot of capital for the Builders Guild. Well, he has finally tired out. He is at the edge of the burnout, and after discussing that with Acritius, Invictus, and Theus Dux, all three of them kind of collectively agreed that it'd be for the best for Cormanus to step down. Rather, Cormanus had already made his mind about stepping
Mm,
down, but they agreed that Theus Dux and Acridius Invictus could replace him as the next Construmise and kind of bring back the dual nature of the position, where in older times it was temporarily a dual position when Yaz and Penguin were Construmi. Then it became back a solo position for Corman, and then we're back to dual now. Now we don't know if this change is temporary or if it's gonna keep being like that for the long term future. It will basically depend on how long it takes for us to find a new Konstrumai or two new Konstrumais to fill in the role. But for the time being, as we have these two new Konstrumais, they've brought some change to the guild, namely. Now there is a bigger organizational element to requesting and giving out fans from the guild. Any senator or
mm,
head builder requesting fans now has to submit a pre-written form containing all of their expenses and their suppliers in order for the funds to be even considered to be given to them.
mm.
Um, so I would say overall this is a pretty positive change we're seeing here of the Builders
I agree.
Guild. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
It is adding more bureaucracy, of course, but we love that shit. You know, this is
We
Astoria.
love our bureaucracy.
We do,
And
we
you
do.
know, as you said, as you've touched on, well, even though this is a temporary role for those in it right now, well, whoever comes next has very, very big shoes to fill. Corman has done an incredible job, huge contributions to the nation. So we'll be looking forward to who comes next.
Yes, yes, indeed. By the way, just a middle segment here. We do offer business advertisements. Um,
That's true. We love
yeah,
money.
we do love money. Anyone who wishes for their for a shout out for their business on the air, all you have to do is contact us in game on Discord, wherever you wish, um, and pay us 5,000 in in-game currency. And in that case, we'll more than happy to do you a shout out as big as you want it.
Mm,
Um, just provide us with a paragraph, otherwise we'll improvise. Um,
yeah. And of course, all funds will go to the development of the nation. So your money would be very well spent, and we very much appreciate all donations.
right, so the last of the news before we go into some other segments.
Friday.
We There is talk of a brand new province, or at least a brand new vassal happening all the way up east of Belarus. It has not been entirely cleared up whether or not it's going to be a vassal or a province, but currently the imperators, blessed be their might and name, are currently in diplomatic talks to kind of figure that out, figure an integration plan or a purchase of that piece of land into the Imperium. So we could very soon be seeing a brand new blue a brand new blue spot on the map, which is always lovely to see.
Always great.
Always great. All right, so you reckon it's safe to move to comments and questions?
I do believe. Well, now usually this would be the time where we read comments from last week's broadcast, and of course, as this is the first one, we'll await your comments for next week. We'll also be hosting a poll each broadcast and we'll reveal the results in the next one. We'll be pasting the link to a Google form for the poll, so check the description of this broadcast. So, this week's poll question, are you ready, Akri? It's a big one.
I'm preparing for it. I'm preparing for.
All
I don't
right.
think I'll ever be ready.
I know. I mean, I think listeners, you got to buckle your seatbelts for this one because it's big and it's a big decision to make. I know I will be thinking all week for my answer for this one, but here we go. So, the question is, if you had a body pillow of one of the imperators, which one would it be? It's a big one, big question. Akari, any initial thoughts?
uh, oh God. I mean, there's two that come in my head right now. Do we include regions, perchance? Do we? No.
I'm not sure. I don't
Just
think so. I
actual
think you got to
imperators.
be
Yeah, just
Yeah,
actually.
I mean
Okay,
they
okay.
have
So
the probably the most merchandise in the nation, so I
okay,
assume
so
they
there's
have.
there's two that come to mind like immediately. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna think about it, but for everyone else, just down in the description, link for the Google form. Go there, vote for us. The results will be announced um, on the next uh, broadcast. So please, we would love to see your answers.
Yes, yes, we will. Well, our next segment comes from the show sponsor, Hooter.
Hooter, let's go. Okay, Hooter is a brand new digital media platform, straight from the Humi Shogunate. Tell us more about it.
Yeah, so each broadcast we will read out the last week's top and most interesting hoots, and we'll see what we've got to say about them. Well, our first hoot comes from none other than CEO of Hooter, Donald J. Trump himself.
Oh my god.
I have gotten the message of a new radio show being another addition to our country. It has gotten the honor for it to be the sponsor of the incredible radio show that is in development. The sponsor will be a segment of the show, and it will have the top hoots to be talked about on the show. I'd like to thank Takumi Takumi Sakami for telling me the news. Incredible Prime Minister. I look forward to seeing its release. Thank you very much.
Well, Donny, we're very happy to have you on board. What a great hoot.
All right. All right, so that was definitely an experience, I must say. Feel a different man after that. So, uh, well, this week's top hoot comes from Giacomo Arnikbar. Says, well, I love the ad. Drakaru saved me. I just love that before we get
Great.
into anything else. It's just so it's great. But my crop's doing well. Irrigation is the future. End quote. And he has attached like a photo of his ranch, like just sitting there. It's just so random. This is the nature. This is what we're really expecting of these hoots and what we're hoping to see. Ahem. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. At Dracaris saved me. This is the top hoot, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Our next one comes from a worried citizen from the Humi Shogunate. He's worried about the new flu in Sundatana. Well, at Akira.ito55567 says, should we be worried about this weird influenza strain? I think it's a myth and government lies. Hashtag Humipo, hashtag health, hashtag conspiracy. I don't know, Akri, what are we thinking here?
Blah blah blah. Yeah, the government's lying to you. Blah 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 blah. Blah. Yeah, move on. Yeah,
Yeah. A
that kind
little
of stuff.
nonsense. I think you're in safe hands at Akira Ito 55567.
Indeed.
Well, our
Trust in the
final hoot of
imperators.
the week. Our final hoot of the week comes from the leader of the Kimashi Kai, Ikuni Meshi. At I Love Ninroku says, there are no secret sewers under the Kimashikai forests. Even if there would definitely not be a secret sewer society. No further comments. I mean, to me, it seems a little standoffish. I wonder if he's signing something, but I'm so sure it is absolutely nothing.
Yeah, no, I mean, sewers are in Epitacria. I don't see why there should be sewers under Kamashikai Forest to make. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Just people
I
saying
mean,
shit.
it's a forest. It's a forest. I think the only infrastructure they have there is a temple. I'm sure there. I don't know. They probably have a portaloo or something like that. And I'm sure there's no real like sewage system that they need.
Well, uh, so that is pretty much all the segments we have prepared for you. That's pretty much all the news that have happened this week. Remember to message us on Discord for your own
Yep.
news.
Yep.
If you provide us your own news as well as somebody else's news, then you stand to gain 5,000 from me personally.
Yeah. And speaking of 5,000, make sure if you want to if you want your business to have big shout out in next week's broadcast, be sure to let us know.
Yeah, yeah, but buy from Invictus Emporium for real, for real. And of course, answer the polls, comment down, go to Hooters, make a hoot there. We might be reading it next week. Um, and just Impera Astoria. Any other
Fair
words?
story.
Impera Astoria.
Yeah, glory to the Humi Shogunate. We
Glory to
mustn't
the Humi
forget.
Shogunate, brother. We mustn't forget. We mustn't forget.
And stay safe. Whoever's in Sundetano, stay safe.
Stay
Stay
safe.
indoors.
Yep, yep, yep.
Don't
Wear
catch
your
this
masks.
influenza.
All right.
Yeah. Before
Salve
going
it.
to the sewers.